All right, let's get down to business. I'm going to show off a little project I'm working on. This is for making some kind of automated heraldry in Roll20. So I'm using a number of macros, a program called Action Power Cards. It's an API in Roll20 that allows for fancy formatting. And then the model I'm using for heraldry, the best one I've ever seen, hung by some fire one. So it starts with determining your tinctures, metals, and furs. Then it gives you roll on partition. Then based off partition, then you roll partition, then onto charge types. Now charge types is an optional condition. So my way of setting this up is all of this is going to roll as one function. And then for charge types, we're going to have a series of buttons. Charge type's going to spit out what charge type you rolled, and then you're going to be able to click the button for the next step. We'll call it next step. I've gotten started a little bit, but there's a bug in here, and it's going to take me a second to fix that. I figured I'd do it live. So I've converted all those tables I just showed off. These ones, I've converted all of them in Roll20 already in roll tables. Well, I'll show you an example. Charge types, see that lines up with these. Now let's get down to bit. So we have all the tables we need. Now we just need to turn them into buttons. Our core function here is called heraldry. And the bug I'm seeing is, I'll show you it. Sec to find. There's something you have to call in order to have it deal with the inline call, and it doesn't work very well out of the gate. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Set up plans. That should work. Ooh, that did not. Let's get a working. That's a good start. Next steps. Plans. There we go. That worked. I'm not sure why it didn't work the last time. Okay. So you'll see this here is going to disappear on me for some reason. I'm going to actually cut and paste this line. So the one I test it down there. Now when I save, it's still working. As long as I don't open it again. It's still working. Button works. The moment I open the heraldry one again, you'll see that bottom line's all screwed up. Run the macro, plans will not go. That's interesting. I gotta figure out what's causing that to happen. Be a broken. We'll figure that out eventually. Okay, so we're gonna fix that line that we just had. We're gonna basically set this up so that we never have to open heraldry again. Copy and paste it once we test the macro. So we've got a number of things to do. We're gonna do these in order of the tables. So charge types goes to heraldic lines, then plants, then animals and mythological creatures, then order. We're gonna go in that. Come in here. we're gonna have to add each of these. Plants. Format again. Place heraldic lines. Hey, look at that. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought. Let's see if I can just keep going with it. Next one was animals and creatures, which is named a little differently. I've got it called animals. Mytho, mythological creatures, and then we'll say animals in, if that works, and how ugly. Not bad, not bad. Okay, and then finally we're on to the last roll, which is ordinaries? It was ordinary. Beauty about the one word things is you get that wrong as much. And then I'm gonna actually copy this somewhere. Create. I wonder if I store this little notes. I'm gonna roll 20 if it will save. Try hand. Back up. Heraldry. Actually, now let's open it back up though. I have the same problem with macro. Kept it. Perfect. Okay. Now we could try and clean that up a bit. I'm debating. We can center it. We're gonna leave it. I think it's interesting enough. I don't say too much about that. So let's give this a shot. We're going to make a character. I'm gonna make sure it still works. Or a heraldry for a character. So let's see what Sir Vibius has. He is lacking currently. And we're going to go ahead and create Sir Vibius PC sheet so we can track it. Character. Sir Vibius. And for Vibius, but really what we care about, track it down in the GM. So let's go ahead and make a heraldry. So Sir Vibius is that's cool. Manny. Give us some to jump to. See? Write that. Then we're going to see, so it says ordinary, roll again. Let's see what ordinaries. All right, so let's do a quick review. That's super handy. So Vibius has an azure tincture and a maroon tincture, a white silver metal, no fur, solid partition, the ordinary charge type, which is the Scuchian. Show you real quick what that looks like. Heraldry. Just like a shield inside a shield. Ordinary of a shield. That would be an example. And I think there's an example in the book they used. Should take pictures of throw them on. That would be super handy. See here, Scuchian, that would be your standard one. That's a really easy shield to make. Like super easy. I bet you I could do that fairly quickly in Roll20 or in Photoshop. Yeah. Why don't I go ahead and do that? All right. Let's get back to this. Show you how I do a shield. We're going to go ahead and set Sir Vibius up with the shield. This part, I'm not amazing at, so I'm not really an artist. Depending on what Photoshop does. Let me get it set up and I'll share in bits and pieces. First thing first, we're going to get one of the templates I've used before. Probably even just river trout one. I like to tend to use the same template over and over. So we're gonna hide this and this. Hide that one. It's just slow. All right. So we're saying white, silver, metal. Makes sense. Now, I'm thinking for the escutcheon, the easiest way to do this probably to make a small version of the shield inside the shield. So let's get down to business. And it's blue, maybe with like a maroon outline. Yeah, let's try that. So real simply, idea for this is I'm gonna take the whole shield, grab everything and select the inverse of it, and then we're duplicate layer, new, be a copy. Now we got two of that. The top one, we're gonna actually edit, transform, scale, and we're gonna cut it down to about 50% width and height. See if that does it. Ah, that, not bad. Not bad. Now, we're gonna put a different color stroke on this outline. So right now it's a black stroke. Change it to a maroon color. Stroke isn't actually that quite what I'd hoped. Seems there's other problems here. Layer, I'll stroke again. Not an artist, mind ya. And hi, Serpentine. Better. The problem really just the black. Like if we image adjustment color first. Image adjustment this color. Selected. Actually, not quite. Okay, get rid of the stroke first off. That'll make. Drop the stroke. Which is like the outline. This is supposed to be a tutorial. Time for people. But I don't care. I do what I want. Image. Layer style. Okay, so we're going in the layer style menu, stroke. And we're gonna drop the stroke entirely. check mark it, uncheck mark it. Now, I got to think about. There's probably like a really easy and clever way to do. I don't want those shoddy black out. Any problem with trying to? I think I need. I need selecting. Definitely need to up the tolerance. Part of the problem. Go with 50 tolerance. So we're gonna go here. It's gonna select this, and then we're gonna do that image adjustment. Is wow. So to be fair, not selecting the right layer. Image adjust base color. Same thing. Working. Back to the drawing board. Seemed like a really good idea. Fairly clever way to do it. The shield part was really easy. Now this part is different. And it's mostly because I want to show the two colors. It's what not being an artist gets me. I can try to do like line draw. Opposite. Shift. I'm having this problem where I'm using the wrong interface. Maybe I just bring that over. Hmm. It's gigantic. You know, we're going to go back to the drawing. We're going to delete that layer, so we're back to that. I got an idea. This should work better. Then I'm going to do select the non-black part, and then we're going to layer copy. Layer new. Layer via copy. And we're going to edit, transform, scale, drop this to 50%. Still brought over. That could actually just be stroke. Might be okay. Check it out. Image. Layer style. So layer style, and stroke. It does have a stroke on it. I bet you that's all. Yay! Okay. So if we swap that stroke out with maroon, then we up that sucker to like 3. Do 5. There we go. Let me try gradient overlay. Oh, that's so what we're doing here is we're creating gradient to work with. That's gonna give us I accidentally undid things. To redo the scale. And all right. Now we're going to select the right colors. They are that red, darker version of that red to get maroon. Then we're going to do layer style stroke. We're going to change this to gradient. Should be able to pick. I think it's more reflective of. There we go. Good. And we'll up 5. Perfect. All right. Now we're on a roll. I almost like the silver on the inside more than the outside. Let's do that. So what was the other color? I think it was blue. This should be a real easy one to do. Probably jinxed it, but select all that first. And quite simply, we're going to have to pick a blue color. Set up another gradient so it looks fancy. Been doing all the shields on gradients. I think it gives it a polish, like different colors to it. Let's try a little bit brighter. It's not bad. I do wonder if the blue would be better off on the inside. We're gonna try the blue on the inside. Wrong. I think that looks sharper, honestly. Minus the icky siding, we can fix that. So all we got to do is gradient, then we're going to up the tolerance bit. 70. Let's do 100. Up the tolerance to 100. Here. Perfect. That should improve. Can't know the wrong tool. I don't know why I keep grabbing crop. See if that. Ooh, not as pretty as I'd like, honestly. It's, back to here. This. I'm gonna get rid of. You know what we have. You know what I have to do. I have to try running it there, but also in the same selected area, just in the off chance. Still not pretty. There is one more thing we can do. So we can select selecting that, but we're also going to go ahead and select the right. And then those little highlights you saw, there's a couple of little exclusion points we need to fix. Add these picture. Now we're going to use the underlayer, big shield. We're going to run the gradient over the big shield over that area. That should improve the lines. But did it though? Really? Look like it. Okay. Next option. We go to here and we make this layer new, layer via copy. Now the heck? Not work at all. Alright, so very clearly this is part of that, part of the stroke. So the only thing else I can think to do is created a stroke that we like. Maybe we can edit layer if we include this whole thing. Maybe we can layer new, layer via copy. This will be, so this third layer we're going to make all maroon. See what that looks like when we. So now we're going to change our colors up a bit. And we're going light, dark, and we're going gradient overlay this. Gotta select the inverse. Inverse, and we're gonna gradient overlay. And then we're gonna get rid of the stupid stroke. I'm gonna get rid of the stroke. Create. Layer. Stroke. Rid of stroke. I did this appropriately. Shift this down here and bring back these layers. Might still look ugly, but it'll only be because I haven't gotten rid of the stroke. I'm gonna get rid of the stroke. Edit. No, let's limit layer style stroke. And we're going to go ahead and uncheck that. Oh boy. delete this. Okay. Layer. New via copy. Then we're going to get rid of the stroke on this. And we're going to do edit, transform. Make sure we get the whole. Pick these fancy colors. Then back up here. This. Wow. Then take this and we're going to move it in. Edit, transform, scale. We go like 90. There we go. Why is this black? Decimals. So when we bring everything back together, we back this thing out. Here we go. There's Sir Rivius. Little delayed on how long that took, and we're going to go ahead and save this as something different. Call it maroon blue Scoochie. We're also going to set maroon blue Scoochie up as an PNG file and add it on into Roll20. So that should be done. Now we're going to bring that second in. Um, okay. So we have Sir Vibius's blue now. I'll just show you what I'm going to do here. Size it, the dimension, 34 by 40. That seemed to be a good number for the other ones. There we go. That concludes the tutorial, a painful one, of how to do a heraldry from start to finish. Now, if I was in the middle of a session, what I might do is click the heraldry button over here, and then it wants me to roll an ordinary, so I'm going to roll the ordinary, and it's a checky, and I can just, like I did with Vibius, I can just add these right in, and away we go. So there is some very good in middle of the game. You could just apply this immediately to VBS and then go fill out a actual coat of arms later on, or maybe never, depending on who the character is, how much ambition I have. Right now, I'm doing these. I think they're really useful um, for especially for the feasts, and I'm building a map where I can keep track of where the NPCs come from. So if we have Court and Salisbury, I can list Dim Whistle Chester, or next will be the King's Court. And I'm going to stop here and press play again. But I'm going to stop this so this one